If there's one thing no one can say about the Winnipeg Jets, it's that they didn't show heart and determination and fight and will and the guts to show out in Game 6 versus the Dallas Stars. Even though they lost 2-1 in overtime on a great shot by Thomas Harley to beat Connor Hellebuck, listen, the Winnipeg Jets have so much to be proud of. There is nothing that they can or hold their heads on, and especially Mark Scheifele. Especially Mark Scheifele. The man plays 24 hours after his father passes away unexpectedly, and he played with the heaviest heart of them all. And listen, everyone thought he didn't know what was going to happen, and understandably so. But he went out there and he had a great game in his father's memory, scoring the game opening goal. And let's keep in mind, that was a pretty nice playoff goal too. Like, it wasn't just a, greasy playoff goal. That was nice. Nice rebound for the game opening goal. He played a phenomenal game. And listen, if he doesn't take that penalty on Sam Steele, maybe the Dallas Stars end the game in the dying seconds of the third period. You don't know. It just sucks the way it ended. All hockey fans didn't want it to end that way with Mark Scheifele in the box. But you could see after the game, the Dallas Stars embraced Mark Scheifele. They knew what he was going through. They all took the time and showed him love, and that's what makes hockey the best sport. Especially, we do the handshake line, and that alone makes it such a cool moment. But to see the love and support that everyone showed Mark Scheifele in that lineup was just special. But that's not why you clicked on this video. Listen, the Winnipeg Jets have a big offseason ahead, but the window is still wide open for this team. And it's not even close. Like, there is so much to be hyped for with the Winnipeg Jets. Their window is just getting started, in my opinion. Kevin Cheveldayoff has a lot of work to do, but he already has cornerstones locked up for the future. Connor Hellebuck, Mark Scheifele, Kyle Connor has one more year left on his deal. A top 20 player in the league, a stud defenseman in Josh Morrissey, and young and upcoming stars in Gabriel Velarde and Cole Perfetti. The list just goes on and on. This team is ready to win, and this team is not going to just bow out of trying to win a Stanley Cup. Expect the window to continue for the Winnipeg Jets. That's what this video is about. So, without further ado, let's get into it. I'm Justin Arenburg, your host, a part of the Second Look Sports crew. And if you don't know by now, click the subscribe button or click the like button and comment. We want to hear everything that you guys have to say. Also, check out my Instagram, Justin Sports on Instagram. If you like hockey content, I guarantee you're going to like the page. Let's get into the video, though, and talk about why the Winnipeg Jets season or window is just beginning. So, if we go look at on Puckpedia is the new cap friendly now. Listen, they're missing a second line center. We all know that. Adam Lowry, great third line center, a terrific captain. Listen, they got stars up and down this lineup. Kyle Connor on the left wing, Nikolai Ehlers on the left wing as well. Gabriel Velarde, like I said, Cole Perfetti, number one center, and Mark Scheifele. And Iafallo on your fourth line, terrific get there. Listen, then you have your defense, Josh Morrissey, Dylan DeMello, Sam Berg as well, Neil Pionk. Like, it's a loaded defense. Like, it is loaded. Then you have the goalies. Connor Hellebuck, the best goalie in the world. There's no question about it. In Game 6, he proved he proved to me that he is still the best goalie in the world. He played phenomenal in Game 6. Eric Comrie, a great backup. But that's not what it's all going to be about this year. They still have Braden Yeager to come up, who was traded for Rucker McGroarty. They still have Brad Lambert to come up. They have a lot of young, good prospects as well in the pipeline, and they should not be upset. But here's where it gets interesting for them because, listen, going into next year, it is going to be a massive offseason. They have $25 million in cap space right now. It's no secret. A lot of players don't love to go to Winnipeg, But I think after seeing what they did this year and seeing where they're going to be going forward and seeing the fact that the big guys are locked in and they're committed to playing in Winnipeg, I think we're going to see a lot more people wanting to play for the Winnipeg Jets. I truly believe that. So we go down to their contracts here. Like we said, Mark Scheifele's locked in until 2031. Kyle Connor has another year left on his deal. He's eligible for an extension after the end of this year, July 1st, actually. Nikolai Ehlers is an our UFA at the end of this year. That's their biggest UFA of the summer now. If they want to let him walk or they want to pay him, that's up to them, obviously. I would suggest that they're going to keep him or try to keep him at the best, but we'll see. Their biggest RFA of the season is none other than Gabriel Vilardi. He had a terrific season for them. He had, 61 points in 71 games, 27 goals, 34 assists. Listen, I got rid of the thing there. Listen, he was phenomenal. Like, he took a massive step in what they wanted to do this year. And credit to him. Like, he put in the work in the offseason. He proved everyone that he was going to be a big part of the Pierre-Luc Dubois trade that when they acquired him. And yeah, like they definitely are starting to see that payoff. Moving on, obviously Brandon Tanev, who they acquired for a second-round pick at the deadline, is a UFA if they want to bring him back. Mason Appleton, UFA. Morgan Barron, UFA or RFA, sorry, is a big one. Yeah, like at this point, like it's just a bunch of depth players. But at the same time, one of the big things of why the Winnipeg Jets were so good this year was their depth up and down the lineup. Then we go to the defense, and listen, Luke Schen's still locked in for another year, so he's a part of that core. Colin Miller, Dylan Sandberg is the one that's going to be the big RFA on the defensive side. Assuming, and Hayden Fleury, sorry. Assuming if we just put into context here that they spend, because their goaltenders are locked up, Eric Comrie's still in the net for next year as the backup, and Connor Hellebuck, like I said, locked up till 2031. Assuming that Sandberg here, Velarde and Nikolai Ehlers are the big contracts, I would assume that with $25 million in cap space, I can't give you exact numbers, but I feel like $15 to $17 million is going to be locked up in those three players if they're long-term deals. So that leaves them with about $8 million in cap space to go sign a second-line center and add some more depth pieces, because that's what they really need. They need the second-line center. We'll see what they're able to do this offseason. John Tavares is on the market. Not saying that that's going to be the realistic answer, but those are the type of centers that could fill the void that they just don't have in the second line right now. Then looking at their draft picks, listen, they still have all their first rounders. Kevin Cheveldayoff said he didn't want their first rounders at the trade deadline this year, but he still has them. First and thirds. He doesn't have his second and fourth for the next 3 years, but he does have his first and thirds, and then he has every other pick in the draft. Pretty normal for a competing team, to be honest. I'm not shocked that they don't have every single pick, but it doesn't look like the window is going to end because of lack of first round or third round talent. That for sure is not happening with the Winnipeg Jets here. Listen, other than that, their team, like, just when we go look at the team again, like, if you don't think this is a championship winning team, I can understand the argument. But what I will disagree with is the fact that this team is definitely a contender. Like, there's no way that you can tell me this team is not a contender for the Stanley Cup next year with the guys that they have locked up, the guys that are coming back, and the guys that they can potentially bring in, because this team, and let's be honest, like, it's the best team system in the NHL. Like, there is no better team system in the NHL, possibly the Carolina Hurricanes, you could argue, but outside of that, the Winnipeg Jets have the best system in the NHL, and it's not a question. So just to wrap this up, if you're the Winnipeg Jets or you're a Winnipeg Jets fan, how do you feel? Like, do you feel like the window is just starting? Do you feel like it's just closing? And do you feel like more Winnipeg or more NHL players are going to want to come to Winnipeg? Because I truly believe after seeing what the Winnipeg Jets were able to do this year and seeing the crowd in the playoffs, like if you don't want to play in that environment, I don't know why you wouldn't want to do that. I get the city. I totally understand the city. The city, there's nothing to do. It's not the best, but the hockey, that's what you're there for. It is one of the best environments in the NHL. When it comes down to just pure hockey, that's what we're talking about. So yeah, anyway, I truly think this is just the start for the Winnipeg Jets. Connor Hellebuck, Mark Scheifele, Kyle Connor, and the gang will be back next year. That does it for this video. Let me know if you got what your guys' thoughts are in the comments, and I'll talk to you guys later. Subscribe, and do everything that you already do. Thank you very much, and talk to you later.